Hey, man.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the most important guy on the carpet. This is Lee and the very lovely Sarah Papert. Now, Sarah, I want to get you in here because I talk to Lee all the time. What I want to know from you is, when this guy is at his most stressed, like what is the thing you can say to him that will calm him down and make him realize everything's going to be okay?
Remember, you're live.
I know. Lee will kill me if I reveal that to you.
Yeah?
Yes, that's between us.
Let me ask you something. Does it seem like he's having fun with this?
He's having a blast.
Yeah.
I know he loves it, and he gets up every day, and he's happy and excited, and it's just fun to be a part of this, even from outside looking in at everything going on.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like this is one of those things where, you have to have fun. I mean, if you're not having fun, what's the point in doing it?
Well, exactly. I mean, everything I've done, you got to have fun doing it. And, I mean, how can you not have fun with movies? This is the greatest thing in the world. You get to watch movies for a living. Well, so, yeah, this is fun.
Now, let's talk about a couple of key things. We're here at Look Cinemas. This is sort of like their grand coming out party. And we are also here on the pink carpet, which is partly due to Mary Kay. Let's talk a little bit about that involvement and also being a part of, Look's big opening and what that means to the festival.
Well, part of our mission, Mark, is to celebrate and promote the city of Dallas. And one of the ways we do that is to go out and showcase the unique venues that this city offers. This city is an incredible city. We love the city of Dallas. There are so many cool things going on in this city, and if we get a chance to partner with someone that's doing something big and bold and exciting like Tom Stevenson and the Look Cinema folks, we want to do it. So this was a no-brainer. So we started talking to them way back when, and it made sense, and timing worked out for our opening night and kind of their grand opening. We said, yeah, let's do it. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Mary Kay, I mean, come on, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. They wanted to do this. They wanted to get involved in a big way, and they came up to us and said, well, let's do this. And they're just, sure, we can do that. We can do that. Can we have a pink carpet? Heck yeah, let's do that. So, it's a little different, but we're going to have a pink carpet. We're going to have fun with it.
All right, so from each of you, what film are you most looking forward to checking out that you haven't seen as part of the festival? Like, Sarah, let's start with you.
I want to see 42.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Did I steal yours?
Yeah, well, Mark, there's 165 movies. I've seen so many. I mean, I don't know what do I want to see the most? I'll tell you what I want to see the most. Stacker.
Yeah.
It's a children. It's a fun family film. These kids that do this incredible thing with cups and they stack them and then they destack them. I want to see that. So
no manipulation happening. That's all real. It's amazing stuff.
And that's just one of about 40 more that I really want to see.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, Lee, I always enjoy talking to you, and thanks for doing what you do. And Sarah, thanks for keeping this guy sane. You are the best looking person on this carpet. You look beautiful. You look like you're having fun. That's the most important part, right? You're having fun. Is it fun so far?
Yes.
Yeah. And we're going to see you in Scary Movie 5. I saw a picture. I believe it was you and like some sort of a monkey guy. Can you tell me a little bit about what that's about?
He's Caesar from Planet of the Apes, and he's my pet monkey in the movie. And I somehow dressed him up in makeup.
Yeah, he's got lipstick on in that shot. Now, was working on a movie like that, what was the mood like on the set? Were you guys just kind of laughing nonstop? Was it hard to kind of get serious when you needed to get serious?
It was very funny. Like, we couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, and you get to work with a lot of interesting and talented people, too. I mean, like, was that cast, were they really welcoming and embracing for you?
Yes.
Yeah. What was the best part of the whole experience? I know it's hard to get it down to like one thing, but was there like one day in particular that you thought, wow, that was a really fun day?
Yes, actually doing like the green screen where I was shivering and cold.
Yeah. Is that you in the trailer that's doing the Honey Boo Boo thing?
No.
No, that's not you. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah,
no.
You don't want to go down that road, because when you go down that road, you can't come back from it. And also, you worked with Joel Schumacher on Trespass, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what was that experience like?
Really, really fun.
Yeah? Even though the movie itself is kind of a dark and gritty movie, but, is that one of those things that, like, when you make movies like that, is it just, to you, it's just kind of, it's all about the acting, it's not about whether it's scary or funny, it's just about the job itself?
Kind of.
Yeah. What kind of role do you want to play?
A happy girl.
A happy girl, yeah? Maybe like a romantic comedy, something like that? No, not a romantic comedy, okay. Are you going to have, what movie are you going to see tonight? Are you going to go see a movie, or are you just walking the carpet?
Just walking the carpet.
Okay, well, we're really glad to have you here, and I know that you're from Dallas, and it's a pleasure to have you at the Dallas International Film Festival. I hope you have a good time here.
Thank you.
It's very nice to meet you. Take care. You have beautiful eyes, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm here with Kellan Lutz. Now, I got a chance to see Java Heat, and you know the thing I really like about this movie is your butt was fantastic. You knew what I was going to say. So you read my mind. No, actually, the thing I love about it is it kind of made me think of like kind of 1980s action movies, like really gritty, just kind of fun, tough guy movies, which we don't really get a lot. I mean, you know, we get movies like The Expendables and things like that, but to kind of take a step back to like the buddy cop films that we're missing nowadays from cinema, and I think that was one of the things that really reminded me of. It kind of has almost like a 1980s feel to it.
Well, that's what drew me to the project, was the Lethal Weapon-esque feel to it, where my character of Jake is very much the bull in the china shop, where he just acts without thinking, and then teaming up with Hashim, you know, played by Ario, it's a great yin and yang, because he is all about contemplating the consequences and seeing what may happen in response to the action that Jake takes. So the buddiness, it's a great teamwork movie, and I learned a lot from Hashim, and Hashim learns a lot from my character Jake.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I actually talked to Sharni down at South by Southwest, and I think it would be really cool if, like, you became, like, the new, like, kind of Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon type of guy, and she became, like, this new horror icon, and you guys could sort of ride that whole horror icon, action hero thing, you know, and be, like, this great sort of Hollywood, you know, intense couple like that.
Well, yeah, she is brilliant in horror movies and action movies, and she's a tough cookie. That's why it'd be great to find a movie
that you guys could do
that we could act together in. And we're actually, we dabble with writing, and we had a couple that we were dabbling with, and we always look for movies to include each other in.
Yeah.
She's an action junkie, and I love it as well. That's one of the things that really drew us together.
Now, being an Edgar Rice Burroughs fan, I got to ask you about Tarzan. Yes. Tell me a little bit about what we can expect from this thing, and where does it stand right now, and just maybe some of the experiences you had working on that.
Sure. One of the best experiences of my life. Working with Reinhardt and doing motion capture I've never done before. So it's kind of a kid's dream or an actor's dream to not worry about hair and makeup. You get to wear a Superman suit or a Power Ranger-esque suit. And again, it's very much an action movie. And the script, I'm excited to see it. I have ADR on Monday and Tuesday, so I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any of the computerizations. But the script itself is very smart. It takes a new spin to the classic tale, because how many times can you remake Tarzan?
Yeah.
But ours is more modernized and contemporary, with a lot of comedic beats in it. I don't think I can tell you what kind of monsters I fight, but it rides the plane of real and non-realistic.
It sounds like I'm going to be happy with it. Yeah.
I think a lot of people will, because it's a smart movie for the adults, but then also the kids are really going to like it.
Yeah. Now, I also overheard you say something about a graphic novel type of project.
Yes.
Or can you tell me a little bit about that? What is that?
It's just one of the scripts that's in the bank. It's called Tattooa, and hopefully I do that in October this year. But it's based on a graphic novel where my character, the government has developed a formula, kind of like nanotechnology, where they can tattoo certain people with a certain blood type with weapons on their body. And then that assassin can then step through an airport X-ray machine and not go off.
Yeah.
And then he is able to rip out the weapons from his skin, and they solidify as he shakes it. And it turns into a weapon. And then once it's out of his reach, when his DNA is not on it, it liquefies again. It becomes more malleable. So it's a very high conceptual, it's a high concept movie that really it's a lot of action. A lot of butt kicking.
Looking forward to being a comic book hero.
I love comic books.
What's your favorite? What are some of your favorite characters?
I just grew up loving Marvel. I just always, I'd always go to the store, and Captain America is probably my favorite. And I would just cut out the cards and I'd lay them on top of each other and glue them, and then I'd sell them as like some special card. I don't know where I got that idea, but it worked.
Yeah. Hey man, thanks for coming to Dallas. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, and I really enjoyed Java Heat. It's great, man.
Thank you
really
very
fun
much.
movie. Yeah. Thank you. From South by Southwest. Good to see you again.
How you doing?
I'm here with the very lovely Sharni Vinson, who I'm telling you guys, she is going to be like the next horror icon. I cannot wait for your next to just explode on the scene and like take everybody by surprise.
Yeah.
And the trailer, we actually finally got the trailer this week.
Got the trailer,
so,
yes.
So that's cool. It's out there now.
Yeah.
People know about it, and now we can just start spreading the love and everything. Now, being here with Kellan for this, we were just talking about, I was saying I enjoy Java Heat because it reminds me of like those 1980s buddy cop movies. and they said it would be great if you could become sort of like the new kind of Lethal Weapon guy, and Sharni can become like the new kind of horror icon, and you guys can ride that as like this great, like fun sort of Hollywood pop culture couple.
That'd be amazing.
It would be great.
That would be. See, that's what's lacking right now too.
Yeah.
There isn't really that couple that are doing that.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a market for it. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
It sounds a bit perfect.
Well, and also I would love to see you guys find a project that you could do together
Absolutely.
too. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I mean, we've been seeking that kind of thing since we met, because we actually met chemistry reading for a project, and then we didn't get to do that project together, unfortunately. And that's why we did the video clip when we did for Matchbox 20, and we just really wanted to do some creative projects together. And it makes it a lot. It's a lot funner that way, and it's a lot easier when you're trying to juggle two people's schedules. Just make that schedule the one schedule and just go in it together. So we're definitely seeking some action, kind of coupley, Mr. and Mrs. Smith type thing.
Yeah, there you go. That would be fun.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, as we do this, we're just weeks away from South by Southwest, and I know that was kind of a big whirlwind experience for you promoting your next. Being down there for that and going around and doing all the press and everything, and now coming down here for this, it's kind of a nice little reversal of roles there. Like, you're going to be able to relax a little bit more this time around.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been the really cool thing too, that we can sort of be wherever the other one is and supporting each other, and it's nice when it kind of crosses over like this. We have movies out at the same time, and you can still make that schedule really work. So, but it's definitely whirlwind, and we're doing San Francisco Festival in 2 weeks' time, and there's a lot more coming up. So I think that I'll probably be seeing a lot more of you.
Well, the horror conventions are going to start calling you pretty soon. Are you ready to get immersed in that crowd?
Yeah, I mean they're so committed. They know what they want, and if they find something they like, then they run with it. So I'm hoping that they continue running with your next, and we can get a bit of a longevity movie out of this.
Yeah. Have you seen Java Heat yet? Have you had a chance to see the finished one?
No.
So this will be your first time.
Yep.
What are you most looking forward to?
I was
There's
there when they were shooting it though.
The bare butt scene, because
Yes.
he gave me a hard time about that. He was
Yes, I know there's that. I know there's bare butt. I know there's sex in it. I know there's all this stuff that I'm probably not going to want to see. But I just do this one,
Just keep telling yourself it's all a movie.
Well,
it's all a movie.
Luckily I do know what that feels like. So
wait until he sees what you do to some people, and then maybe the roles will be reversed a little bit. Then exactly. We'll see. It's so great to see you again. Are you going to be around tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be doing some interviews tomorrow. I'll look forward to seeing you then.
Perfect. Amazing.
Thanks for coming to Dallas.
It's good to see you
Good to see
again.
you.
I know it's my first time.
Is it your first time in Dallas?
First time.
You're going to love it. Food is so good.
Oh, good, because I love the Texan food. In Austin, I was obsessed with that barbecue.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Did you get some good barbecue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where'd you go? Stubbs? Do you remember?
I was taken there by the people that knew where they were going, so I don't really remember where it was. It was cold. I know it was good.
Well,
really
we'll rival it here. I think so.
Yeah, good. I like that. I love a challenge.
There you go. That's right. Awesome. Well, it's great to see you. I know they're trying to pull you away, so thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Conor and Rob Allyn. No relation at all, right? Like, you guys are not related. It just so happens.
We're brothers, twin brothers.
I just talked to Kellan. I really enjoyed Java Heat, and I'm going to tell you why I enjoyed it. Because I'm a fan of like buddy cop action movies from like the 1980s.
Right.
And the whole time I'm watching this thing, I kept realizing we don't get these kind of movies anymore. Like, we haven't seen something like this in a while, and it was so great to kind of get a nice like throwback tough guy action movie. And was that always kind of the impetus of putting this thing together?
Yeah, I mean, this is very much, today's take with, sort of today's topical issues being more the West and Islam versus the ones of the past, but very much, Black Rain, Red Heat, these are the kind of movies that we were trying to...
48 hours. We
exactly.
worship, I absolutely worship the film 48 Hours. And we just, that's what we had in mind, was sort of using the 80s buddy cop film as a lens to see relations between the United States and Islam and between East and West in 2013.
Yeah.
It gets to talk about culture in a fun, action movie way. It's cool.
Yeah. Now, how did you guys go about picking Kellan to be the guy? Like where did that process
Kellan
come?
Was the guy very early in the game. He, when we were looking for our Jake in this case, we wanted someone is young. He needed to be young. and he needed to be a Marine. Kellan has a brother who's actually a Marine, and he had done Generation Kill, so he had experience with this kind of thing. And there's just not a lot of like young future action stars and
that
Kellan
look like action stars.
Yeah. It's, as you said, what you love this movie because it reminded you of like the cool, tough guy action movies of the 80s. And we wanted our star to be, I don't know, the next young, tough action star, and there's just not a lot of them out there, and Kellan is one of those. I mean, he's a young, tough action guy. I mean, he did all his own stunts. In fact, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys got a chance to talk about this, he bled a little bit every single day we were on set. I am not joking.
Literal
with
blood,
you.
sweat, and tears.
Every single day he cut himself, bruised himself.
So what you're saying is he's klutzy, is what you're saying.
He puts himself in it always, and so if it doesn't matter what we were doing, but whatever action thing we were doing of the day, he would just throw himself in it with no regard to
it's funny. Everybody thinks we cast him off of Twilight or Immortals, which he had done with Mickey Rourke, but actually we cast him, as Conor said, off of Generation Kill, because he just read to us like an all-American action hero, and that's we were looking for somebody that would give us the greatest possible contrast to the character of Hashim, the Muslim cop with whom he teams up. But what we didn't know about Kellan was his work ethic and his intensity and his talent. And the only time he ever complained, and this is just music to a producer's ears, but about halfway through, every morning he's out on set at 4 a.m., right on time, works, 12, 14-hour day. And at one point he came up at the end of the day and said, I need to talk to you about something. I thought, okay, here it is. This has been too good to be true. He said, I'm kind of bored in the evenings. Can I jump over on second unit and do my own stunt work? And so he would work. He would work a 12, 13-hour day on set. You can't tell SAG about this, but don't show them this tape. But then he would just volunteer to go over to second unit, which is where you shoot a lot of the stunt work and things like that. Push the stunt guy aside and do his own motorcycle stunts and action stunts and running around jumping off of rooftops. And
that's one of the things I love is because when you're watching the movie in those sequences, you can tell. I mean, it's him in there running around.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
He said, I want to be in there. I want them. I want to play the whole character, not just the the pretty part. I want to get in and do the hard work.
And Mickey was like, to get around to our antagonist. Mickey is sort of another tough guy, but who was in those 80s movies, and that was what was cool about him is we have these two very dynamic people going head to head against each other, young and old Hollywood, as we like to say.
It's really great at the end of the film when they really face off together. You're really seeing, young
it's two generations.
Post 2000 Hollywood and kind of classic 70s, 80s Hollywood. So it was a great pairing.
I really enjoyed it. And guys, I'm going to be talking to you tomorrow. And thanks for coming to Dallas. Thanks for bringing this to us, man.